Honey, have you taken a break from work yet?
I'm not done with the work yet, so don't bother waiting for me.
Egan, I told you you needed to go home early today. And this is absolutely not the time for you to drink alcohol right now. Think about taking better care of your health.
Oh please, save me, big lecture tonight. You think I came to the job because I wanted to do it? You know what it feels like to be a working man struggling to get in while you're sitting at home all day? Sometimes you have to come to these work dinners even if you don't want to if you want to survive in the company. How many times must I tell you that it's no exaggeration to say that attending corporate dinners is an extension of my work?
But I told you that I have something important to tell you today.
What do you have to tell me? Say it now and don't stammer like that, okay?
It's not something I can tell you by text. That's something I have to tell you directly.
Oh my God. Just say it now. I know it's not that big of a deal anyway, so don't waste any more time and let me know quickly.
All right, the health check results are in. And the result is not very good.
What do you mean when you say that the results are not so good? Just make it clear so I can really understand it, okay?
Egan, they discovered signs of cancer during the physical examination.
What? Is that correct?
Well, we have to examine it more closely to know the full details. But it seems they have found a particularly hard-to-treat cancer in the colon. I know it's very surprising, but try not to worry too much about it. Today's cancer treatments have become quite advanced, and I am sure we will see good results if we implement the treatments.
Well, who knew that things would take such an unexpected turn? I never thought you'd get cancer in 100 years. I heard that people with colon cancer don't live long, so I guess you will die and ascend to the spirit world soon, right?
What did you say?
How long can you live exactly when you have colon cancer? Well, whatever, to be honest, I don't really care. I don't really care for that, and it doesn't really bother me, so you don't have to tell me if you don't want to. Then I guess we'll have to go to court and file for divorce as soon as possible.
What? Go to court to file for divorce? Do you know what you're saying? How drunk are you now to say such meaningless things to me?
Oh, now I'm not drunk at all. Corporate dinners are a big deal. I'm really enjoying this moment with my girlfriend. I am more awake than ever, so please pay attention and listen to me now. I'm not the kind, generous guy who can take care of his ailing wife with cancer, okay? I can't see you running around in a hospital gown with all your hair falling out. I won't be able to bear it, and I can't live with you anymore, so hurry up and get a divorce and get out of my house.
What? Are you serious with me right now? Are you cheating on me with another woman? Don't you lie to me enough, but you still want to throw me away like a worn-out shoe just because I have cancer? For you, doesn't it make sense for us to live together as husband and wife for more than 10 years? Don't you feel any sense of well-being as a spouse or even as a fellow human?
What are you talking about right now? I don't know what you mean with that nonsense, but there's nothing I can do about that stupid trash. I don't need an ugly, wrinkled old woman dying of cancer. What I need is a girlfriend who is 10 years younger than me, beautiful, healthy, and just looking at it makes me happy. And don't blame me, blame yourself for not being able to take good care of your body and bring cancer into yourself. You'll die soon anyway, and you won't need the money or the house when you're gone, so you can leave everything without taking anything else, right? Do whatever you want to go back to your parents or become homeless on the street, it's your choice and responsibility as an adult.
All right. I guess you are correct. If you have cancer, then you don't really need the house, the money, or anything like that, so you just go with your clothes on and nothing else. I mean, you really shouldn't take any material things with you that you can't take with you when you die, so you should leave it all to your family.
Now you understand what I'm saying, don't you? Then you'll join me in getting a divorce and signing the papers as quickly as possible, right? I mean, I'd rather be divorced than widowed because that sounds better socially, if you know what I'm saying. I don't want to be labeled a pathetic widower. You understand it, right?
All right, I'll agree to divorce you. I will pack your bags for you immediately so you can get out of the house as soon as possible. If you want to go to your girlfriend's house or sleep on the street, I guess that's completely up to you.
Huh? What are you talking about? I thought you had colon cancer, but the cancer has also spread to the brain, right? Why am I out of my house?
You just said that the person with cancer and dying doesn't need anything anymore, just the clothes on his body are enough to go, right? Or did you just forget what you just said?
Well, you're the one with cancer that should be gone, not me.
You still don't understand, do you? How you managed to get a job in a company and get a girl to hang out with you with that level of intelligence is really a big mystery to me, honestly. The person with cancer in the results of the physical examination is you, not me.
Don't lie to me. It's not like I've got cancer.
Well, go check it out and you'll see, right? Whatever the outcome, at least that's not my concern, but I'm just telling you that's what the hospital told me.
Okay, fine, I'll go home right away. When I get home, we can both search the hospital together and make an appointment right away. I'm sure it won't be a big deal in the end, so don't worry about it too much and just wait for me.
Huh? What did you say? Did you ever flip a burger as a kid or something? Because the way you just turned your mind around is pretty amazing.
Hey, you know I was just joking, okay? I think you're going to be a little depressed because you have cancer, so I tried to make a joke and cheer you up. I'm going to ask permission to leave the company dinner right now, so wait for me when I get home, honey. Honey, the test results are in. It turned out that I actually had colon cancer. And the doctor told me that I had only 6 months to live. I mean, how could I have cancer? What sin did I commit that God wanted to take me away at such a young age? I didn't feel sick at all and I had no pain inside and went there saying I would disappear from this world in half a year. Honey, what should I do now? Why don't you say anything, darling? Your husband has just learned that he is dying. Why do you keep quiet and say nothing? Say something, anything.
I don't know, Egan, what should I say? I don't have anything to say to you. Oh. Yeah. I almost forgot, can you and me go to court tomorrow so we can get a divorce? I don't want to be seen as a woman who eats away from her husband or anything like that. Because it won't be so good when I want to get remarried later, you know? Do you understand me?
I'm just telling you that the doctor told me I don't have much longer to live because I have cancer. How can you say such cruel things to me now in such a terrible situation? Do you not feel sorry for the husband who has been with you for 10 years?
Weren't you the one who betrayed that pledge first? Don't you say you don't need a wife with cancer? And that you would rather live happily ever after with your new girlfriend after divorcing me as soon as possible?
Look, I was just messing with her, she means nothing to me. Think of it as the occasional takeaway Chinese order, you know, sometimes you want to eat some sweet and sour pork when you're bored of eating at home all the time. I mean, it's not even sweet and sour pork. It's like ordering food and eating some cheap fried noodles. How can I compare you, a good wife, a wise, intelligent woman, to someone he only met once to pass the time?
No, I don't think so, Egan. I don't think I'll be good for you either. What can I, an ugly, old woman, do for you by being by your side while you are fighting cancer and fighting for your life? If you want to prolong your life by one more day, then you need the fresh, bright energy of a young, beautiful girl. So get rid of something as old as me and get married to your lovely girlfriend. I heard that sometimes God can grant the wishes of the deceased, so how can he refuse your wish to be with your loved one when you are about to die? I understand it all, Egan, so don't worry about me.
Please don't say such cruel things to me, darling. Listening to you say that, my heart froze. There's no one in this whole wide world that I can trust but you. my so-called girlfriend blocked my number as soon as I said that I was diagnosed with colon cancer. She is a really cold person. I know I'm the bad guy here ever since I was tricked by her and it led to me betraying you. I really was wrong with you and I know I deserve to die, but I promise I won't betray you again. So will you forgive me for this last time and accept me as your loving husband? How can I get alone without you, fighting cancer alone and facing death? The truth is, I'm scared. So darling, please stay by my side, okay?
If I were the one with cancer, you would get rid of me immediately, right? I know exactly what kind of person you are now, so how can I live with you knowing who you are? I'm sorry, Egan, but I'm not a generous person to care for a husband who betrayed me.
But I really don't have anyone other than you right now. If you turn your back on me, then I have no one left to lean on, and you know that I really have nowhere else to go. I grew up in an orphanage, not related by blood to my family. What can I do if you throw me away?
Why should I worry about such a thing, when it just gives me a headache, Egan? When I can get a divorce and move in with my parents, unlike you.
Are you really going to divorce me even if I get on my knees begging you like this?
Well, Egan, how many times do I have to repeat it?
Okay, fine, if that's what you really want then I guess there's no way around it. I don't want to hold someone who doesn't need me. Anyway, I don't have much time left to live so I guess I'll just roll around and die. But since I have to go to the hospital for cancer treatment and it will cost a lot of money, you can't take all of my property, right? Are you healthy enough to make a lot of money later?
What property? We don't have any of that.
What do you mean? Don't we have the $40,000 we've saved up? Even if we get a divorce, won't I get half of it, $20,000? Don't tell me you're going to try to get all the money out of a dying person, okay? You're not such a cold-blooded monster, are you?
Now, what does it matter if I am hot or cold-blooded? You betrayed and cheated on me, and if we get a divorce you will have to pay alimony anyway. But I can't really go around with my ailing body and work to earn alimony. So why don't you just give me $20,000 instead of paying alimony and we can take it as peace?
What? Are you serious now? How could you do this to me? That is the worst thing. You are really a greedy pig, both ugly and greedy for money. If there's anything I regret in my life, it's meeting such a selfish, egotistical, greedy woman as you. I don't understand why God forgave you. And instead, God decided to take the life of me, who grew up without parents and just suffered in life. I'm filled with so much anger and suffering right now.
I don't think you have a lot of time to lie around and think about silly things like that. Why don't you save some of that energy instead of wasting it on such stupid things and looking for a new home to live in while you still can?
Ha! What did you say? Looking for a new home to stay?
Yes. Why are you so surprised? Did you forget that our house was purchased by my parents in my name? When we get divorced, I will sell the house to a real estate company and move back to my birth parents' house with our daughter. So try to get out of the house next week. Oh, and don't even think about setting me up under the pretext of being our daughter. You've never played with her once or really paid attention to her. You never even gave her a warm smile and she told me that she doesn't have any feelings for you. So give it all up, just sign the divorce papers and get out of the house.
How could you do this to me? You were even worse than the devil.
Honestly, I want to tell you the same thing. You have nothing in hand, but I marry you because I believe you will be a good and honest person. It's only now that I realize your true face and true personality is just a piece of garbage. I thought that I could help heal you because you grew up without parents and you must have suffered very deep wounds. But you're the kind of person who decides to stomp on and tear through my unconditional love and best wishes for you. I hate dealing with complicated formalities, so I'll be hiring a lawyer to take care of everything soon, so talk to an attorney. I divorced my husband and got full custody of my daughter. The betrayal and hurt I felt was just as great as the love and trust one had for him. Therefore, I never contacted my ex-husband again after the divorce. Egan is battling cancer while living in a tattered house. My mother visited him a couple of times and brought him some food. I even brought my daughter along to say goodbye to my ex-husband a few days before he left this world. My ex-husband looked my daughter in the eye and said sorry while tears rolled down his face. I learned that he passed away and that his spirit returned to heaven not long after that. He has a precious family, but he doesn't realize it. Instead, he betrayed his family and ignored it, which eventually brought a sad ending to himself.